So, Alec Baldwin shot somebody.
Goodness, I had no idea. For you see, I have been on Mars for the last decade, in a cave, with my eyes shut and my fingers in my ears.
So you got a picture here of Alec Baldwin and an attractive young woman. Very much like the girl next door type. Nicely dressed and all that. We're going to get into who this is if you don't know. If you don't recognize this person, we'll talk about that. But this situation, of course, has been all over the news, and I wanted to make a quick video about it because I think I have some inputs into it that are going to be different from what everybody else is saying. I'm going to put my own little twist on some things here. If you're new to my channel, I am the Anti-Woke Warrior. Please make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. Click on that notification bell so that you get updates to my channel. Drop a like. Leave me your thoughts below. I always appreciate hearing what you have to say. And share the video because that's going to help me get the word out about my channel. So right here we have Alec Baldwin Rust shooting could have been avoided if they had done a proper safety check. So this right here is the woman who was shot, Helena Hutchins. Very shocking death. Now, to be fair, I want to be fair. Don't want to make this think like I'm just slamming this production or anything like that, which I don't think it'll come across that I am. But this has happened once before. It happened with The Crow, and that was 20-some years ago. Like 25 years ago, right? More than that, I think, even. So Hollywood is pretty safe. I'm pretty good about this, and I'm going to show you why this happened in this film. I think definitively. The cinematographer died Thursday after Alec Baldwin fired a loaded weapon that was handed to him by an assistant director who mistakenly believed it was safe to use on the New Mexico set of Rust. She was 42. Director Joel Souza was also hit and injured, but has since been released from the hospital. Now, what's even more tragic about this relatively young woman's death, this is premature death. Doctors would say this is a premature death because of her dying so young. She had a child. I don't know how old the child was. The child easily could have been in his 20s, and a husband that have lost her. You know, an integral part of their lives. Gone. My reaction was, wow, somebody messed up. Prop master Lucien Charles told Fox News, when you go to work, you're not expecting to die that day. It's just a bad situation. Now, this guy was not the prop master on the movie set. He's in New York City, right? He's a 49-year-old who is based in New York, has been a prop master for nearly 20 years before the coronavirus pandemic. He worked on FBI Most Wanted. Filmmaker Helena Hutchins is survived by her husband, right, and her son. Their son. You see, props are anything that the actor will have in their hands. Okay, so it could be a gun, it could be anything, it could be a vehicle. He says vehicles, all that stuff. The prop firearm is a loose definition that could apply to anything from a rubber toy to a real firearm that can fire a projectile. The Associated Press described, however, it's considered a real gun if it's used for firing, even with just blanks. A blank, the outlet noted, is a type of gun cartridge that contains gunpowder, but no bullet. Still, it can seriously hurt or kill someone close by. Charles said that on his set in New York City, there are strict guidelines involved to ensure the safety of both cast and crew. Now, there was another prop master, not a prop master, but an armorer that they had thought they were going to try to get on to the set here for this movie Rust, but he said, no, this is a cluster. I'm not gonna get on there. This is an accident waiting to happen. And he was right. It might have been this guy, actually. It might have been the same guy. I don't know. We have a vendor where we rent guns that are specifically modified to shoot blanks if there's any firing in the scene, he explained. And then once it gets to the set, we have to clear the guns with the police officers so they're aware that we have them. Now, this right here is the assistant director that handed Alec Baldwin the gun. Alec Baldwin was on the right. He was handed a firearm by assistant director David Halls, who believed there was no ammunition loaded. According to the mayor's office of media and entertainment for New York City, the NYPD movie and TV unit must be requested and assigned to a filming location when a project has a scene with prop firearms, weapons, or actors in police uniforms. It states that all decisions about what is permitted are made by the Office of Film, Theater, Broadcasting, working in close consultation with the NYPD movie. Charles also noted that safety meetings are essential for the whole crew. Make the announcement about the weapons, how the weapons are going to shoot, what rounds we're loading. He said, once all of that goes through, we hand the gun to the actor. Make sure they're aware if it's either a hot gun, if it's loaded with blanks, or if it's a cold gun and it has no bullets in it. Yep. So the problem here is this guy. That's one of the problems. This Rust assistant director was fired from previous movie after gun incident injured a crew member. Huh. Boy, that seems kind of fishy. What's he doing on a movie set, period, after that? You were in charge of a project that you used a deadly weapon, and that ended up injuring somebody in a way that you weren't intending to injure somebody with that deadly weapon. You should never work in Hollywood again. You should never work in filmmaking again. You're done. You are done with doing any kind of career that involves deadly machinery, period, if you're going to be negligent like that. It's that simple. So I want to talk about this armorer because I think the armorer is the integral piece to this whole puzzle. So we have the Daily Mail here. The exclusive, rookie armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, 24, is spotted for the first time since Alec Baldwin used gun she had loaded to accidentally shoot dead cinematographer on set of Rust. So the main thing I want to get to down here is that if we can go through this article, it won't let me go through it. Pacing up and down and talking animatedly on her phone, rookie armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was seen for the first time since the gun she loaded killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins while being handled by Alec Baldwin. Gutierrez-Reed, 24, has fled Santa Fe and was found in her dilapidated Bullhead City, Arizona home by Daily Mail, where she declined to speak about the fatal accident, which is probably a good idea because she could have made the situation a lot worse for herself. Daily Mail photos show a worried-looking Gutierrez-Reed pacing outside her home and speaking on the phone before dashing back inside and refusing to answer the door. This is who the armorer is. That's her. What is this? What is this? This is the same girl we saw in the photo in the beginning. Same girl. My, how the mighty have fallen, right? I would not hire this thing. I don't think this is a human being. Doesn't look human to me. I think that maybe she's one of them sort of non-human things like that. Who's that? That camel toe Harris that's supposed to be in charge of our border. It's like just not even doing anything about it. She reminds me of the same sort of person. Just selfish, self-involved individual who is changing her physical body to project her political position. It's one thing to put on a cap that advertises your politics, a shirt, a pin, okay. But to, have this radical hairstyle that says I am not professional in any way and you should never hire me for anything. I would never hire this individual for anything. Ever. Just based on the appearances alone. Not going to happen. Don't ever hire the woke. That's a given. You don't hire the woke. Period. Now, if you are woke through yourself and you can afford to hire people, don't hire the woke. I don't care if you agree with their politics. You are wrong and they are wrong. But on top of that, the most important thing is they're not going to do the job you need them to do because they're too focused on projecting their politics out to the world and saying that, look, I'm right because I believe things are this way, that, white people are evil, especially men. And everybody's oppressed except for white men. White men never suffer any kind of oppression. Okay. Insanity. Skipped over some images here because there's nudity in them. The call sheet obtained by Daily Mail names a 24-year-old as the film's assistant, prop master, and armorer, overseen by prop master Sarah Zachary. Sarah Zachary needs to be criminally investigated, and she shouldn't be working either. She also appeared in a photo posted by Hutchins on the Instagram page showing the whole crew 2 days before she was killed. Right here's here's her home. These apartments here. That's where she lives. Look, she's done some modeling. She looks pretty good here. You can see the slow decline right here. She's not tatted, or maybe she has a little tattoo on this arm over here, but I don't see the spider. Maybe it's covered by her arm. Who knows how many other tattoos she has. She needs to lose a little weight if she's going to be modeling. She's too heavy. Looks pretty good here too, but you can see she's sliding into that wokeism. And then you can see she's still sliding into wokeism here, although this looks like it might be an earlier photo. She looks younger without the tattoo of the spider. Here we have, here she is with that crazy hair. Here's the lady that was shot, and here's Alec Baldwin. I don't know any of these other people. We got a lot of women working on this stuff. A lot of women. Now, listening to my channel, you might think, oh yeah, you're anti-woman or whatever, you're anti-equal rights, all, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody deserves to be treated equally in the eyes of the law. Socially, we're going to be treated differently, and we should be treated differently because men and women are different. And that's just part of human nature. Men and women are different. Sarah, what was her name? Sarah Zachary. And this Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, they should have been at home worrying about their kids and keeping a nice home. That's where they should have been. If we stop focusing on putting women into these professional roles all the time. Women have to have a job. Oh, you go, girl. Yeah, you slay, girl. Oh, yeah. I don't need no man. I need a man like a fish needs a bicycle. You stop all that and you say, hey, you know what? Find yourself a good man. Have a couple kids. Focus on family. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed might still look like, in fact, probably would still look like this. And she might have a kid or two and be married to a very nice man who would be out earning the bacon, where she might have a part-time job for a little bit of extra income on the weekends or something. There's nothing wrong with that. But once you started this whole thing about let's focus on getting women into these positions all the time, all over the country. You gotta have women working as hard as they can, not focusing on their families, having other people involved in the family more so than the women are. You're gonna have these problems, especially when you throw on top of that, you throw wokeness on top of that. Wokeness is just code word for irresponsible, selfishness. That's all it is. So they're out shooting in the desert. They have these live guns with live ammunition on set, and my understanding is you're supposed to have special rules if you're going to have live ammunition on a movie set. All these guns are supposed to be fake, or at the very least not loaded. And these guns, unless they're going to be used to actually shoot bullets for whatever reason, you're going to have that on a movie set. Sometimes I suppose you have to have an actual gun fire a bullet in a movie. If you're not going to have that in your movie, though, every single gun you have on set should be either a fake gun or inoperable. It's easy to make a gun so that it doesn't fire bullets. Now, you look at this New York Times article here. It's saying there's going to be criminal charges possible in shooting on Alec Baldwin. Said I think there needs to be 4 people criminally charged in this situation. Down here we look. There were an enormous amount of bullets on this set, and we need to find out what kinds they were, says Carmack. Detectives said that they recovered 3 revolvers, spent casings, and ammunition in boxes, loose and in fanny pack. So there's a lot of bullets on the set. I have guns. I do not like bullets. I don't like bullets. They freak me out. So I know that's the deadly part, because you can accidentally discharge a bullet. You can hit that bullet in the back end and make it go off. You don't want that. Now, other information we need to know about is Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. She angered Nicolas Cage by firing a gun irresponsibly on set. Wow. Sounds like she's a real winner. We need to keep her around. Not only that, but she was involved in a friend's fatal motorcycle accident. I'll leave links to these articles if you want to read through them down in the comments. That's what I do. Yeah, she's irresponsible. She's woke. She's not interested in actually doing the right thing. She's interested in projecting, look, I'm female, I'm strong. Look, I'm woke, I'm strong. See, the woke are taking over the country. We need to stop the woke. This is all about the woke messing up. It's a perfect example of the woke messing up. I don't know anything anymore about the Brandon Lee case that happened back in the 90s. My understanding at the time was it was an assassination. Somebody snuck on a set and put live rounds into a gun, but I don't think that's what the final story turned out to be. In the end, I don't know. I'd have to look into that to tell you what actually happened. So maybe I'm talking out my butt when I say this is all about the woke being irresponsible, selfish, disrespectful to everybody, because they don't care about life. They don't care about individuals. You can shoot guns at people. It's fine. Anyway, I do want to let you know I got this video out a little bit early this week, and I was going to be on Friday. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a video out on Friday. And I'll have a video ready for you on Monday. I have something already lined up that I want to talk about that I was going to put a video out on Friday for, but it looks like it's not going to happen until Monday. So again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate everybody stopping by, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.